Everybody, it's Nick Sorrentino at Against Crony Capitalism. So today I want to talk about the Democratic Party and the two fairly clear wings within the party and how they've reacted to recent news. I'm struck by the fact that it seems like the core, the meat of the Democratic Party has essentially circled the wagons around President Obama, along with the media. And the media has been completely and totally complicit in this, which is a shame. It is a crying shame that this is happening in the United States of America, specifically around Susan Rice. They keep trying to act like it's not a giant, massive deal, and it is a very, very, very big deal. And we need to find out what happened. And we need to find out what's going on. And we need to find out, to a large degree, what the intelligence agencies are doing. I mean, this is the even bigger issue than Ms. Rice, President Obama, and potential manipulation of the political process through the intelligence agencies. What else do they know? Do they really know everything? Do they have all of our information all the time that they can just access at will without a warrant, or, with a warrant? This is something America needs to know, because we have a Fourth Amendment. Under the Fourth Amendment, we should be protected from these things, including people in politics. That potentially we're looking at a scandal in the Susan Rice unmasking thing as big or bigger than Watergate. And the media continues to insist, along with the apparatchiks on the establishment Dem side, that this is no big deal. I mean, that is insane. Okay. But thankfully, there are some sane people out there, and there are sane people on the left. Chris Hedges, for instance, posted a great quote by him recently, and he lays it out. The whole Russia thing. Now, again, I'll say if it turns out that Trump is some kind of, Putin drone or, whatever, Manchurian candidate type of person or something, we'll come out here and we will totally say, yes, we were wrong. Okay. But again, we don't think that's the case. Regardless. So Chris Hedges had a great quote. And he basically talks about how, this whole thing is the whole Trump hysteria, which is, just erupted when he was elected and just kind of festered and festered and festered and festered, is about bigger things than just Trump. It's about the failure of the Democratic Party. It's about an establishment within the establishment that cannot come to terms with the fact that they failed utterly by dismissing the interests of a large swath of the American people. I mean, the Democrats would probably have won fairly handedly had, Hillary even said, hey, voters in Ohio, Michigan, you deplorables, we care about you, come back into the Democratic fold, blah, 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 union, yes, that whole nonsense. Well, it's not nonsense, but you understand what I'm saying. But she didn't do that, because she wanted to hold to the PC coalition, and the coalition that she and Pelosi and Obama had kind of erected, which is an urban, party. I mean, it's bi-coastal, but it's basically only coastal, with a few splotches of large cities here and there throughout the United States. And they did not want to bring in the deplorables, as Hillary put it. And now they're mad. And now it's the Russians. It's because the Russians were involved that they failed, that their careers hit a brick wall, and that people who are not used to being told no were told no. Sorry. But there are, again, in addition to Chris Hedges, there are other sane people on the left. In fact, it used to be that the moderates in the left, the Morning Joe people, those were supposed to be the same people. I'm increasingly convinced these are not the same people. It sure looks like the Bernie folks are a lot more sane than the Clintonites to me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm embracing Bernie's philosophy of economics in any way, shape, or form. That, as we've said, would be an utter and complete disaster. However, I mean, the guy doesn't make you want to take a shower after you meet him. And he seems to, although he's incorrect on a lot of things, he's correct on a lot of other things. And he was correct. I mean, he was railroaded by the Democratic National Committee in the primaries. I mean, in a fair fight, he might have won. So he's come out and said, hey, you know what? The Democrats, they failed. They lost. And then one of the big reasons they lost is because they embraced political correctness. And he's correct. And there are other people on the left who are saying the same thing, but they're not the folks that are at NBC hosting the Sunday morning talk shows and editing the big newspapers. These are the people who have the freedom to tell the truth, who have the freedom to, not fall in line, because in a sense they're marginalized. I can relate to that. So my question to you is, are the people, and we should listen to people from different perspectives. That is vitally important. We need to keep the lines of communication open. But is the opinion of what some people would call the progressive, I hate that term, it's not apt, okay? But the Bernie wing of the Democratic Party, should we be paying more attention to their critique of the whole Russia potential cover-up thing than to perhaps, MSNBC and Rachel Maddow and the Democratic National Committee and John Podesta and George Soros? Just a thought. And I'd like to see what you guys think about it. So leave your comments below, and I'll talk to you again soon. For Against Screening Capitalism, I'm Nick Sorrentino.